Hello, it's Ayot. Back again with Ascendance of a Bookworm, or what I will be affectionately calling it, Ascendance of a Body Snatcher. That's what she is, although not maliciously or anything, just really funny to me that is the main premise. But she started out in this world, she's trying to get books, and presumably will lead to things like the printing press and things like that in order to get her books. Now I don't know if it will expand on the lore of how much it will go into of how the girl that she replaced or anything. Hope they do. That's honestly more interesting than the other stuff, but it also has not fully shown me what the anime is capable of, so let us begin. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh yeah, you're getting these One Piece recaps at the beginning of every episode. It's pretty sick. Voiced by a character that won't appear for a certain amount of time. Just kind of funny. We can immediately go into the opening. So, recap into the opening. Sick. No, they should have just made the little gags at the end of the anime a little bit longer than having a recap. How do I know though? I remember liking this song, but it didn't stick in my head as let's say Silent Witches did. It sounds nice. A lot of characters, huh? This part is very put together with the song. At image I still can't tell if that's hers, mine, as it should be. With the winter stuff. Oh, speaking of winter. Now you're gonna always be down with a fever, or not quite? Mm-hmm. Oh, Papyrus, right? There you go. Papyrus. Interesting way to say Papyrus. Might hear some noises, but I'm gonna turn down the volume just. Oh, it's already kind of low. Huh? There we go. Should do it. Please, thank you, sister. Oh, it's gonna take forever. Oh. Baptism. Why would the baptism matter? Oh, okay. I see. Tablets? Hmm. I mean, I guess you could, but Paris, Palu, and like a fish. What are you? An ice tree? Or is it just like a fruit, like a peach or something? Isn't that? Is she trying to melt it with her hands? In her hands. Wouldn't she like frostburn first? If you heat up your hands a bit, it would have to be like super cold, right? It's more like a coconut or something then. Okay. No, I was thinking. Called it. Called it after I saw what it was, but so my hands all that's disappearing. Is it like a melt? What? The disappearing thing here? You gonna make pancakes? Too much? No. I wonder if you'll learn what they are going to be apprentices of. Powder cake. Coconut pancake, I guess? Have to be known. Mm-hmm. Okay. Very nice of them, I suppose. Powder cakey. Do they know what the cakey part is? They might not have ever had cake. It's no longer your daughter. I wonder if he actually ever explains that. Yeah. And your daughter is no longer your daughter. Nice little combo there. I was kind of wondering if. I was kind of thinking that it's kind of this misunderstanding, kind of. It's a little weird. Hey. I wonder what that was supposed to spell. Just from the, I mean, this full flashback, we get it. I only showed you a few numbers though, right? Did you keep asking about them? Ask for more. You're getting ripped. Fine. Haven't learned algebraic equations. I think that's what I want to say. I was gonna say, yeah. I wish I kind of said how long the winter was, but I guess she doesn't technically know either. New clothes. Mommy crafting classes. Very standoffish. You're getting played. Word crafting. The translation said, I love you, Dad, but she clearly said, you're amazing. I don't know why They changed that. What a strange thing to change. Wow. Wow. Love when Japanese people say wow like that. Wow. Very, very funny. It's pretty great. Yeah, this lullaby for an ending. It's a very sweet episode, I suppose. Still doesn't have what I want though. Just the body replacement stuff, I guess. Trying to find if the that falling there that happens in the animation is indicative or something. But I don't quite know what it would be for. But it's the end of a flower blooming, I guess, right? I just think this supposed to represent something, but I don't know if it's like a mythology thing that I don't know. And so I want to know. Very true. It's also very cumbersome. And probably easy to destroy, I guess, right? Takes a lot of room as well. A lot of problems with the clay. I don't know how that's gonna work. But yeah, I am going to check something, then I'll immediately start the episode, so there'll be a little bloop bloop. But that'll be it, and we'll start the next one. Hello, I am back. I just wanted to make sure I made some changes to the mic settings and things like that, so I just wanted to make sure everything was going right. I wasn't getting cut out or anything, and it sounds fine, or if it sounded fine. So yeah, I didn't want to record one episode, realize it all didn't work, and then do another one. So I'll be going to the next episode without any issues, hopefully. So restarting in 3, 2, 1. I didn't do the hand thing, so forgive me. How you really make papyrus? That's why she was doing it like that. I'd have met an easier way to just have access to it. I don't know anything about Papyrus, really. So I'm just saying things. Ski, no. Forgot about the other part of it. They switch the order. And she runs ahead again. How long it's gonna take to be introduced to these other characters in this? I wonder if the mother has any, or I guess the father as well, has any been like not ticked off too, but like has been giving any indication that there's something different about the daughter, right? So that's no. Time. Oh, I missed what they were by Gwigglin without. To become a fairy, obviously. You also don't know how far the forest is, right? As the only thing they can do is make sure that you have the ability. Child accountant. It's illegal to employ an under 8-year-old, I guess. It's a very lenient law, I guess. Scrivener? Don't think I've ever seen that word. Unless it's derived from scribe. Scriber, not a word. Become scriber. I see. It's an excuse to walk farther. No surprise. I wasn't hitting me myself. It was going to be a class. And the bit of epic, she's been writing them the whole time, right? That's on the whole thing. Eventually, she became the teacher again. New words. Indeed. Still only a name. Although the numbers thing is probably more important. You did? It's still not very far from it. Maybe you should rest a little bit more. Oh, you have digit and proper math. Hmm. Oh, I was gonna say that maybe it was memories, but I actually did the story again. Hmm. Quite the setback. You can only build on in the forest. You have to find clay. Find clay. You want to find somewhere moist? Hmm. I was gonna say the shoveling would be a lot of exertion. She still barely walk there. Now you're being scolded. Oof. A long time ago at this point in time, right? But just like now and forever. Wow. You need a lot of it though, right? Hmm. You don't really make bugs with a clay tablet though. Trying to find a word that would. Alright, there'll be a strange cut here. My laptop, well, first I did something really dumb. My laptop ran out of space. I didn't notice it because I forgot to empty the recycle bin and stuff like that. So the rest of this didn't get recorded, and it was right before her weird eye glowing thing. And the more interesting part of this episode happened. So I'm gonna quickly summarize the rest of this because I kept going and I didn't notice. And it makes me feel stupid, I suppose. But it is what it is. I'm not gonna redo reaction. There was also some stuff about me looking up how to make a clay tablet. And anyways, she wrangling thing because they stepped on the things because they were just kids. I guess they didn't know what she was doing. She redid the tablets. Then it rained, and then they had to redo it again. And then, very sweetly, what she wrote on the clay tablets was what the mother was telling her for bedtime stories and stuff like that. It was really nice. And then she tried to bake them, but to bake them you need a kiln. So I did not know this, but they will explode if you do not monitor the temperature properly, and that is what kilns are made for. You cannot do it in just a regular old oven. It will not work, and there was a possibility, depending on the clay, I guess, that it would release toxic fumes, and she could have killed everybody, I guess. But it did explode, and then I guess she's gonna try something else, which would happen in the preview. But Lutz helped her out, the digging into the clay and everything, because she's has all the fever, weakened body, weak constitution. That is the right thing I wanted to say. And so she did that for him. He did that for her. Sorry. So she wouldn't exert herself too much. It didn't go out completely well, and the clay tablets, I guess she's gonna give up on them. So that is it. My apologies for messing up. I will make sure I don't do that again, and thanks for watching. See you next time. If you were fine with this happening, I guess. Goodbye.